Even arachnophobes would rate this game an 8 out of 10. Welcome back to more Spider-Man.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the raft.
Ah, joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. That's a steamed company.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could benefit from your unique skill set.
For you, Yuri? Anything. I'm on my way. Huh. Looks like Jameson's got a new episode out. Wonder what my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
This is Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle.
Hey, plug the book.
And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's books, Spider-Man, Threat, or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge.
No personalizations, don't ask, not gonna get it. Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man respect for taking down Wilson Fisk, right? I mean, one less mob boss. Good for him.
Really him? Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. Then fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain something to you about crime bosses. As soon as one goes down, every punk with a gun, a tracksuit, and a drawer full of gold chains decides he's the next godfather. We're gonna have a gang war in the streets, but does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. He got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get copper pipe without paying kickbacks now. So till that gang war starts, I'm on the webhead side.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same pipe. Or just break your legs. Goodbye!
Someday, Jonah, I'm gonna get you to say something nice about me. Someday.
So, Just the Facts will play every now and then. I'll just let them play out if, when available. And, yeah. They just happen to show up every now and then. But you can turn them off in the settings if they ever get too, like, irritating. But they are pretty comical to listen to, so I'd leave them on, personally.
Now that you quit smoking, what do you tell people when you come up here?
That I need a break from their crap.
Fair enough. So, why'd you call? Need a date to the policeman's ball?
You got a black and white suit? No ball this year anyway. We spent too much integrating Oscorp's surveillance tech.
Worth it though, right?
It was. Until an hour ago. The whole system went down. Citywide. Every tower.
How?
They tell me someone sabotaged the central server, and now all the towers are offline.
Inside job?
Maybe. We'll figure it out later. Right now, we need to get the towers back online. Fast.
And you called me? Aw, that's sweet.
I called someone I could trust. Plus, the signals are scrambled and we have no idea how to fix it.
Ooh. I love a challenge.
You break it, you buy it.
I thought you trusted me. Input bands have been shifted. Subtle.
So the left stick controls the size of the, or like the distance between them, and the right stick controls the height. Them being the frequencies.
We just had a tower come back online. Was that you?
Not just a pretty mask, huh?
Whatever you did, any chance you could do it to the other towers?
Sure, but just so you know, I had to sync up with the tower to fix it. I'm seeing all crime data in the area now. Looks like there's a break-in happening near me.
Great. I've got units nearby.
Don't bother. I'm on it.
Do it! Watch my back.
So this is one of many types of crimes you can run into the city, wherein these crimes are just fighting dudes, and clearing them all out with certain objectives in mind is a pretty common practice. But also we have melee weapon wielders. These guys don't take any real damage from a regular attack. You actually have to launch them or web them up in order to make them vulnerable. If you try to web strike them, they will counterattack more often than not, so you'll want to be careful when fighting them. Or at least be attentive of who you're web striking, and be ready to evade as soon as they're throwing their counterattack out. For stopping crimes, you'll get crime tokens, which you can spend on upgrades.
Okay, wrapped up.
Thanks for that. Now I'm seeing an assault near you.
You're in luck, Yuri. Your favorite tough but lovable, grizzled, seen-too-much detective is in town.
What? No. You promised you wouldn't do that
Spider Cop.
Please, no.
Spider Cop is the best cop, and also the best spider. Spider-Man is a close second, though.
So you're the snitch.
Back off, creep.
Yep, she's the one.
I said back off! Leave me alone!
Keep it quiet, lady.
Don't touch me! Help! Help!
Get away from her!
Oh, crap. Spider-Man.
New enemy again. These are brutes. Yeah, think Wilson Fisk, but more common and not as terrifying, but still kind of terrifying. So yeah, if you web an enemy who is knocked down or against a wall or something like that, you can just take them out of the fight entirely. Also, that was a demonstration of what the perfect dodge looked like, where if you dodge just at the right time, you will shoot a web at the enemy's face. Of course, dodging all willy-nilly will not activate a perfect dodge. You have to be actually good with the timing. So there you go. That's one way of also opening up brutes, is by perfect dodging them. Because as long as they have web on them, either on their face or they are totally immune, like this. Or actually, no. He takes a little bit more than that. Then you're able to hit them
Walk away
harder.
now, or she's dead.
This is an uncommon thing that happens during some of these missions. You have to move the left stick and then push R1 to disarm an enemy, and then you instantly take them out.
All clear, ma'am.
I knew Jameson was wrong about you. You're a little weird, but you got a good heart.
Have you got somewhere to go?
I can take care of myself.
I'm sure you can, but just in case, there's a place called the Feast Center.
Seen it. I don't want charity.
They got the best wheat cakes in the city, hands down.
Mom used to make those. Haven't had any in a long time. I'll check it out. Thanks, Spider Guy.
It's Spider-Man. Oh well. Should be able to spot the next tower from up there.
Spider Guy currently ranks 7th on the best spider-themed individuals list.
From his elevated position, Spider Cop spies his destination. A second surveillance tower.
Are you narrating yourself?
What? No! Of course not! The Chief never did understand Spider Cop. Thought he was a loose cannon.
Already regretting this.
Bet I can modify these towers to track more than just crimes.
Thanks for the heads up.
What is this, a Ubisoft game? What's with all these towers? Ha 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 ha. Original jokes.
Score. Towers are picking up all kinds of RFID signals now, including one nearby. What is that?
So, first type of citywide collectibles, or citywide side missions, backpacks.
Oh, wow. One of my old backpacks from high school. Forgot I attached tracking dots to these. Wonder how many of these are scattered around the city.
That's a lot of backpacks, and we're not going to go for all of them immediately, but just know that we'll be getting them as they are nearby. Much like a number of other collectibles that we'll be finding a little later. But we have a skill point to spend, so we're just going to take our time, decide, yep, we want the swing kick, which is actually pretty useful in combat for staying in the air. The air tricks skill, not totally useful, so probably going to avoid getting that for a while. But these backpacks have neat little Easter eggs.
The menu from my first real date with MJ. Wish I could have afforded someplace fancier. But she didn't seem to mind.
Actually, remedying that thought, not exactly Easter eggs, more so little details about Peter Parker's life, and, like, kind of world building.
Still there? Got a robbery a few blocks away.
Spider Cop's on it. Part man, part spider, all cop.
Open the safe! Do it!
Hey, fellas.
Ah! Spider-Man! Shoot him!
So here's another type of crime that you'll be running into. Break-ins, robberies, stuff like that. These are all functionally the same. The only real difference is, like, the location or the theming of it. And as implied earlier, there will be other bonus objectives that you can carry out during these, but for right now, they're just stop these crimes. This is the tutorial part of things.
More of them? Guys, if you worked this hard at a legit job, you wouldn't need to be criminals.
So there's the web swing. It pretty much extends your air combo. And it also knocks enemies away really well.
All right, Yuri. I'm gonna repair the last Chinatown tower now.
Don't you mean Spider Cop's gonna repair it?
Been doing a little thinking, Yuri. Policing's a young man's game, and Spider Cop, well, he's no spring chicken.
Please be going where I think you're going.
As of today, Spider Cop is officially retired.
Oh, thank God. I need a drink.
We'll all drink tonight, Yuri. Drink to the memory of Spider Cop's tireless... Yuri? Yuri, you there? Guess the emotion of the moment overwhelmed her.
8 minutes out, 11:82.
By the way, were you aware that towers reveal collectibles, challenges, and side missions on the map, even though we kind of just told you about that?
Not good. Can't have people taking pictures of my 3 chest hairs. Tools I need for suit repair at the lab. Wonder if Dr. Octavius is left for the day. Doctor, how did it go with the committee? I'm so sorry I screwed things up.
Not at all, Peter. They're just nervous in the face of imminent triumph. They'll calm down. They always do.
Should I head back to the lab for cleanup?
No. I'm stepping out for dinner anyhow. We'll resume tomorrow. Short break, then back to creating the future.
Oh man, this is my jam.
I wish I could bottle and sell that man's optimism. Sounds like he's left the lab for the day. Good time to work on my suit in private.
So, if you don't have a tower unlocked on the map, for your mini-map, rather, you can still hear backpacks pinging, but they won't show up on your map until you unlock the tower for that area.
An Oscorp visitor badge from when I interviewed there. Would have paid well, but Dr. Octavius offered the chance to really make a difference.
So yeah, more world building. I also like the attention to detail that this whole liability thing was written out specifically for this little ticket stub as like a side thing that people wouldn't really like look for. Like that's some pretty good detail, I have to say. So yeah, now that the city's opened up to us, we're able to find any backpacks we want to, because all the backpacks are available right from the get-go. So you'd have to travel the whole city to find them all. You can also start unlocking all the towers, which I'll just do on the way to objectives rather than always going out of my way for them, just to like keep the pacing of these videos going. And also, at any point, crimes will pop up saying, hey, we need some help from police, and then Spider-Man's all like, I'll help out.
Funny, my fear of heights didn't go away when I got my powers. Had to climb to the top of the Empire State to get over that.
To get over the Empire State Building. We're gonna upgrade something else. So Air Marshal is actually super helpful for gaining more healing abilities.
We have an assault reported in progress. Incident is ongoing near Union Square. Please copy.
The reason for the healing abilities is because you need focus to heal, and if you generate more focus while in the air, then you can heal more frequently in the air. Also, even though the crime was just said to be happening, we don't have the map available, so we don't know exactly where they are. Except if you look on the minimap, there are some red dots, so you can actually figure out where the crime is. So now, bonus objectives. You can throw 3 objects at enemies and achieve a combo of 10 or more, and if you do both of these things, or I guess just one of those things, you'll get an extra crime token to spend. And tokens in general, like backpack tokens, crime tokens, those are used to get new equipment or upgrade old equipment. So after you fulfill those objectives, you're able to get bonus tokens. It's usually in your best interest to do those.
Thanks. It used to be safe here.
So normally you would have just 1 token to achieve. Bonus objectives give you up to 2 extra. It's for the crimes specifically. Not a very tall wavelength, but very jagged looking. There's a backpack right over there. You can tell by the green pillar of light. Other bonus objectives or other activities that you can get in the city will have a different pillar of light to coordinate.
Spider-Man, I was in Times Square during the Fisk assault. Thank you.
1080, vehicle pursuit is currently in progress. Please converge on Tenderloin. Over.
Alright, before checking out that backpack thing, we actually have another type of crime. The stolen vehicle. So, these are a little tricky to get both bonus objectives on, usually, because you're never told to evade a gunshot until it's too late. So, you kind of have to time your dodge, knowing that you're probably going to get shot right away. But yeah, after you go on both sides or either side of the vehicle to eliminate the passengers, then the driver will try to shoot you, and after taking him out, then you'll have to stop the car. And it's just a matter of mashing the square button to stop the car. There are a couple different animations for that, but it's all the same in the end. Before moving on, we're going to go ahead and unlock the next tower. I hear a backpack pinging just nearby. You can usually just trial and error those, because there's no penalty for getting the wrong frequency, you just have to find the right one.
Captain Watanabe gave me her cell number when she finally decided to trust me. She's risking a lot. If anyone finds out she's helping me, she'll lose her job.
Undercover police work.
I thought web swinging would let me get pizzas delivered fast. And it did. Fast and smashed.
Pizza amigos, where everyone is your friend. Andale. If you're rounding a corner while running on a wall, you can actually hold the circle button, and you will wrap around the building.
All units. Kidnapping reported.
Well, since crimes are not vitally important, they're just there for if you want those crime tokens, you can choose to ignore them. It makes you feel kind of bad for doing so, but don't worry, there's no shortage of crimes in the city.
Hey, before you go, can you sign this for my kid?
He just pulls out a notebook. I'm talking about the police officer. He just pulls out a notebook that says, Jim, police officer in training. He's like, can you sign this for my kid? Spider-Man, being the good guy that he is gonna be all like, yeah.
All units, a break-in was just reported.
My prom boutonniere. Crushed when I had to fight Fisk. Kinda symbolizes my luck with relationships.
So, who does that make the villain? Got another break-in up on this roof here. Haven't been totally noticed yet, so it's time for a stealth takedown. Spider-Man on the job. Except swing kicks. So attacking 3 enemies from behind, usually you can get underneath them by a dodge under move. You can also just dodge around them in general to have that happen. But anyway, oh, there's the dodge. Sorry, the counterattack done by the melee weapon wielders. The second objective here, web at 3 enemies to a wall, does not count on the floor, because, yeah, walls are not flat underneath you. They are the tall things. So you have to knock some enemies up against a wall and then web them in order to get that bonus objective completed, which is a little tougher to do. So, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to get that bonus objective here, but the next time it does show up as a bonus objective for a different crime, I'll be able to try again. So if you don't get it one time, then don't worry about it. It could pop up again at a later point. Come on, man. I'm right here. Hey, bada. He's just not wanting to get into that wall. But a good way of actually knocking enemies into walls is with the web swing.
So, you're all going to jail, where I bet you'll be as good at breaking out as you were at breaking in.
Anyway, plot progression. Back to the lab. Story objective complete. New story objective.
Looks like Doc's gone for the night. Time to sneak in some spider work.
Spider work. Time to do more circuit projects. So my plan is to come back to these minigames whenever a story beat does bring us back here. I'm not going to go out of my way to go back to the lab.
Interesting. Doc's hardwiring in a basic spatial mapping system.
So we have a lot of corner pieces to spend here. And only a couple of horizontal ones.
Very cool. Arms will have a sense of their surroundings now. Should help with body awareness. Need to tune the arm's gyro to auto-orient.
So we have a -1 voltage in place already, so we need to get the actual voltage to 5 before connecting the circuit all the way. We have 4 +1s and 1 +2. So we need to use the +2 and then the +1s. And of course, all these voltage switches will always be a straight line type of circuit piece. So you can't go cutting corners with them in more ways than one.
Done. This will really help users maintain their equilibrium while wearing the prosthetic. Doc's trying to lower the overall power consumption of the prosthetic.
So we have to lower the target voltage for a little bit and then get it back all the way up for some reason. For now, we'll just put those negative voltages in there and then work from there. So we need to get it to +12. We actually have a +5, 2 +4s, and a +2. So with a little bit of trial and error and some thinking, we're able to get the voltage correct.
Great. Way more efficient. And probably safer, too.
And let's not forget the spectrograph, which also has some new missions for us.
What was Doc working on with this?
So subtractive lines will remove a line from a fragment. So you gotta be aware of which subtractive lines are available, and also which patterns actually do have some similarities without being totally identical.
Great conductivity. Not sure about long-term wear and tear, though. Might delaminate easily. Doc was testing the biocompatibility of graphene.
So now we're mixing subtractive lines with double lines. This one's not too bad. There's only one that would be out of place here. One fragment, that is.
Not great. Pretty high cytotoxicity. Not sure I'd use this as tissue interface.
Alright, and that's all we can do with that for now. Having a bit more of a look around here.
Wonder if I could 3D print a web shooter. Can't believe I've never tried that. We really need to get better about organizing our workspace.
The grant review...
I think we've got a sample...
The grant
Excuse
review
me.
was a debacle, yes, but it may also prove to be the inspiration I need. We can no longer simply meet the committee's expectations. We must exceed them.
Well, Otto's out of his office, so he's dimmed all the lights.
Parker! Dr. Octavius, what you got there?
Chinese. If I know you'd be here, I would have... What are you working on?
Oh, just a side project. course. It's you. I don't know what you're...
come on, Parker, it's obvious.
Let me explain.
I only wish you told me sooner.
I wanted to, but I was afraid that if word got out, my family might be in danger.
Huh. Yes. I guess if you design his equipment, you're bound to be a target too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't worry. Your secret's safe. Well, I'll leave you to it.
Check your email. Hope this isn't how Doc fires me.
Peter, the revelation of your second job as Spider-Man suit crafter, is that the right term? Is a reminder of the good man and partner you are. No matter how hard you work, you still find time to help others. I hope you don't mind, but I noticed the suit was a bit damaged, and I took the liberty of sketching up some of my own improvements. Attached are a few ideas I had on how you could enhance his suit and help protect Spider-Man, who does so much for this city. Looking forward to the incredible work that we are doing and changing the world together. Your partner and friend, Otto.
White Spider, huh?
So with that one crime and one backpack we were told to do for the story, we're able to craft the advanced suit. And we get a new suit power, which we'll show off once we are able to use one. Suit mods are also going to be shown off soon.
Excuse me, late for work! Coming through.
Looking good, Spidey!
Hello, New York! Ha-ha! New suit, same old me.
So as far as I'm aware, this is a suit specific to this game. I think Insomniac Games created this look and has not appeared in any other form of Spider-Man media.
Spider-Man, I think I figured out how Fisk's men are keeping his rackets running. Construction sites.
Wasn't that shut down when he was arrested?
No, it's one of his legitimate businesses. Multiple investors. We can't act without cause.
But now you've got that, right?
That's why I'm hoping you can keep an eye on the locations. Tell me if you see anything suspicious.
You got it. I'll be your nosy neighborhood Spider-Man.
That's NNSM. So we have a backpack over here, right by a church. Church-themed collectible? Nah.
When the vulture cracked my eye lens, it almost blinded me. That was a wake-up call. Had to upgrade to a stronger material.
Well, now that we're here, let's investigate this suits area. So this was added as a bit of add-on content, the webbed suit, which is basically just the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. We also have access to 4 other suits right now. The classic suit, which has no suit power available to it, and the repaired classic suit, which we can craft with the tokens we collected, and then a couple others, which we'll show off a little later. Battle Focus, you can regenerate focus for a limited time. Also, suit mods. These give you abilities that you can just swap out at any time. Once you craft them, you can equip up to 3 at a time. We'll need a landmark token for that 3rd suit mod, but for right now, we got those in place. Which could come in useful at almost any time, or just during battle.
My loyal listeners, brushheads they call themselves, though never quite understood why, will remember my warning about the downright Orwellian crime monitoring system the city was installing. It's not operating. Why? Because someone came to their senses and realized they'd be violating civil liberties? Wrong! Because those...
Oh. Uh-oh. People pulling guns on us. Looks like we got a Fisk undercover agent here. A little more resilient than some of the other thugs. But yeah, if you're running out on the street, a couple other things could happen that you may not be expecting if you're just web slinging up on the roofs. For example, random Fisk goons will start to attack you. This is the battle focus being activated. Now you'll notice that my focus is regenerating just passively. We're also going to go ahead and stop a crime. And unfortunately, that stopped Jonah from his little tirade. And I don't think there's going to be a way we can... Or no, I take that back. There will be a way that we could re-listen to some old Jameson tirades. I don't think I will show off all the ones I will miss, but maybe a couple of them down the road. So, you'll notice that the clear highlighted barrel down there, when I use my spider sense, if I shoot it with some web, it actually makes a noise, which could attract enemies. However, it's not quite working with this guy. I'm trying to lead him away from the group in order to make him not danger so that I could continue to stealth around. Unfortunately, it's not looking like it's going to be happening anytime soon, so probably best to just go in anyway.
You want to fight? It's your lucky day.
So we've already completed the bonus objectives for this particular one because it just happened to pick those two bonus objectives for this crime. There's maybe like a handful of, I'm going to say 5 or 6 different kinds of bonus objective groups, and they just roll for a different one each time you do one of these crime missions. But yeah, there's nothing special about this one, really. Just more beating up on goons. There we go.
I realize the irony in me saying this, but I hope you've learned not to hit people.
Hitting people is bad, don't you know? Anyway, we're gonna head to the objective. See if we can find anything else of interest along the way. There's that cornering that I told you about earlier. Again, that's holding circle when you're running across a wall, a building wall.
Yuri, I'm at a Fisk construction site, and there's a lot of guys here who aren't exactly constructing.
What are they doing?
I want to go find out. Huh, just got a text from Doc. Looks like he attached an idea for a Spidey gadget. Man, does he ever stop inventing?
So now we can craft gadgets in addition to the suits. Now we have the impact web instead of just the web slinger. Or the web shooter, rather. You can also upgrade the gadgets that you have available. Personally, I do like using the web shooters, so it is in my personal best interest to upgrade them right now. We also just ran out of crime tokens to be able to upgrade the impact web.
Like it could work.
But here's what the impact web can do.
Can't read this. Awesome.
Immediately webs the target to a wall. And unlike the web shooter, the impact web does not refill on its own. It needs time.
Sleep it off.
To, or not time, but it needs to recharge by you defeating enemies.
Maybe he did.
Lenny says.
So this is a perch takedown. It's normally silent, and if no one is paying attention to you, it is a great way of doing a stealth takedown on an opponent and continuing to... that's a flash grenade, don't mind that for a second. But the web perch takedown, great for continuing a stealth mode attempt on a location or something like that. But yeah, the impact web is great for webbing enemies to walls. It's just a shame that right off the bat you only have 2 to work with. Of course, upgrading it a little further will allow you to have up to, I believe, 5, maybe 4 impact webs available to you. But yeah, our bonus objectives for this Fisk hideout, the construction sites, is we have perform 10 finishers and the web enemies to walls. Finishers are not too hard to pull off here because you just had the battle focus suit power unlocked. And this is basically the tutorial area for learning what a suit power is. Also feels really good to beat up on enemies when you have focus constantly regenerating.
Turns out we busted 4 illegal firearms dealers within a 3-block radius of that site.
Gun running. Let's see what I can do to cut down the supply.
You also get to toy around with the different animations that a finisher could potentially be. Running away from the other guys just because I didn't realize that they were all coming to me instead. You have a melee weapon user right there. I gotta be careful not to web sling him, so might as well just take him out immediately. Or I guess web strike rather, not web sling. Ouch! My face! You may also notice that there is a wave count for these enemies. We're on wave 4 of 6. And now this is a tutorial telling you, hey, guess what? You have a suit power. And it recharges it if you just used it prior. Just for this tutorial to tell you, hey, use this. It's really cool and stuff. If you look at the battle focus icon up at the top right, you'll see that it has a timer for when it runs out. I believe all suit powers have a time limit for that.
Oh, hey, more guys.
Except for maybe a couple.
House rules. Leave your shoes at the door. Unless you're not wearing socks, in which case, buy some socks already.
Socks are vitally important, I would imagine. So yeah, the web swing, useful for knocking enemies off of any roofs.
Have some of this. Keep him on the ground.
He says as he doesn't do exactly that. So, you have a combo meter up at the top left as well. If you get hit at all during a combo, you end up being knocked out of that combo. There will be a suit mod a little later on that we can equip that gives you the opportunity to maintain your combo even after getting hit by a minor attack. But that is later, so look out, RPG! So, if you see an RPG targeting reticle on you, my personal recommendation is don't do what I do and just leave them be. Especially if you're a new player to the game, because they can show up out of nowhere and really do damage to you if you're not paying attention to them.
Hey, get it off!
There's the web swing in effect. Really carrying out that that air combo. You can get really creative once you have a lot of aerial mobility, specifically the rightmost tree of the skill tree, the web slinger. Although the combat tree also has a really cool ability where if you pull off a finisher on someone, you're able to immediately pull off another finisher on a different guy, which is really helpful for conserving focus.
Place is locked down, Captain. Actually, webbed down.
And someone finally reported shots fired, so I've got officers inbound. Good work. Fisk has more construction sites throughout the city, vetting their fronts too. Keep an eye out, and report in if you see anything suspicious.
New type of city
If I'm gonna find all of Fisk's
activity.
construction sites, I should recalibrate my mapping software to be more accurate. Using a depth-mapped post-process on photos of popular landmarks should do it. And I know just the one to start with.
Oh, we're not quite done with unlocking city activities. But in the meantime, let's go find another backpack. I believe all the backpack unlocks are sequential, like you unlock them all in order, regardless of which backpacks you find.
Arm webs. Thought they might help me glide short distances, but they never really worked. Looked cool, though.
Flying Spider-Man. So we got another skill point. I don't know why I keep hovering over that air tricks thing. Dodge window is helpful because it helps you do a perfect dodge a little bit easier. But for utility purposes, we're going to go ahead and get the web throw.
Peter, good news. I think I smoothed things over with the grant committee. If Lance Corporal Texador's fitting tomorrow goes well, we should be okay.
That's fantastic, Doc. We're back on track.
Provisionally, as long as our little incident escaped the mayor's attention. You'll be at the fitting tomorrow?
Definitely. It'll go great. We're gonna change the world, Doc.
I'll settle for not starting any more fires. See you tomorrow, Peter. Here's to a successful day.
So, one thing I'm trying to show off, and I don't think I'm really coming close, is that if you're in conversation with a character, like Yuri or Dr. Octavius, you're able to hear a difference in how Spider-Man talks. If he's doing something that's physically exerting, like web swinging, he'll be exhausted. If he's just standing still, he'll sound normal.
Good old Empire State. Man, I love this town. Time to grab a snapshot.
So now we have the camera available to us, and you can take pictures of landmarks to unlock landmark tokens.
Now. Haven't done much photography since quitting the Bugle. Forgot how much I enjoy it. Should keep an eye out for more landmarks to shoot.
And there are plenty of those in the city. But we've unlocked a new suit, the Spider Armor Mark II. We need a couple of research tokens, though, and we don't have the ability to get those yet. But we can also unlock the Noir suit, which we'll unlock a little later. Reduced incoming bullet damage is really helpful if you're not quite used to dodging gun wielders. Now we have the long-range scanner, so we can pick things up for a little further away. If we had kept that landmark token, we'd be able to upgrade the web shooter a little bit more.
Huh, it's Mr. Lee. Hello?
Peter, it's Martin Lee. I just wanted to let you know we need a little extra time to get set for May's party. I guess the cake delivery is stuck in traffic.
Oh, sure thing. Just let me know when you're ready and I'll swing by.
Great. Talk to you soon.
Okay, got some time to kill. Let's see what's happening out in the city.
Hey, we don't need you here right now, right?
So whenever Spider-Man says, I'll go see what's up in the city, it's basically telling you to just do some side activities in the meantime while you wait for the next story beat to be ready. Here we have another landmark. Just pull up the camera with up on the D-pad and shoot it with the right trigger. Or, sorry, right bumper. We got another robbery, though. Spider-Man's here to save the day! So now we have a different bonus objective pairing.
Not proper consumer etiquette.
We gotta web swing some things at enemies, but we can also web 3 enemies to a wall, which is much handier now that we have the impact web. But web throwing 3 objects. Just find things that say L1, R1, and swing them. And there you go. You can also do that to webbed enemies if you have that new skill that I got. But it doesn't count towards this bonus objective. Oh, one last guy. I goofed it.
Good old-fashioned holdup. Vintage crime stopping right there.
If I was smart, I would use the impact web, but unfortunately I wasn't.
Hi, Mr. Lee.
Hey, Peter. We're all set for the party whenever you're ready.
Cool. I'm on my way.
Which is not untrue. He is on the way. It's gonna be a little while, though.
I could never give this prototype spider tracer enough range to be useful, but I did adapt the tech into my web traps, which really come in handy.
We actually have another crime in progress just right away.
Drug trade's gotten more aggressive post-Fisk. Gotta stomp that out.
Figure this should, make an impression.
Bro, only impression you're gonna make is him laughing so hard he falls over. Kingpin owns like 6 islands. Dude can cover his own legal fees.
It's a gesture, like a thank you card, It's the thought that counts.
Start getting some new thoughts. Kingpin don't care about gestures.
But he loves the court gestures.
Oh, no! This makes the paper fiscal kill us!
3 dodge under moves, so attack them once, and then press circle, and you're good. That's dodge under move. Boop, boop.
Finally, a real fight! Ready, act!
You got a brute, though.
Come on!
So he's totally dead. Like, there's no way, right? Wrong. It's gonna be a little hard to see, but pay attention to this guy as he's falling off. Listen closely.
Nothing puts a pep in my step like halting an illegal drug deal.
You might have heard the sound effect for a web shot being fired, and that's because he is, in fact, being webbed to the wall as he's falling. So Spider-Man doesn't kill people. He just knocks them out or off buildings. And of course, if you're trying to take a picture of a landmark, you sometimes will be told it's off-center or too far away. So you have to get closer or have a better vantage point. We actually have another landmark right here, the Chrysler building. But down from below doesn't look that good, so I'm gonna get a better view of it. Of course, these pictures don't save.
Love it.
So this is all just for vanity. Like, do you want a nice picture of a landmark, or do you just want to take pictures of them and get out of there and get back to other Spidey work? That's all your call in the end.
Officers needed in Gramercy. Please copy.
Rhino almost killed me until I broke this chip off his horn and figured out what his costume's made of. Still wasn't easy to beat him. My back still aches just thinking about it.
Well, we have another skill point, so let's see what we can spend it on. Pistol and Baton Yank will become handy for a particular mission. So I would actually recommend getting that one instead of the Hazard Zone skill I just got. Because there are some bonus objectives that require you to yank weapons out, and they are kind of early game.
Drug
so
trade's gotten more aggressive post-Fisk. Gotta stomp that out.
This guy looks like he's susceptible for a perch takedown, but even if you go too high to get a better view of him, you're too high to get a perch takedown. You can tell when you're able to do a perch takedown versus a web strike takedown. Hi, fellas.
looking over his shoulder.
if the icon on the enemy you're looking at is red versus green. If it's red, you can do a perch takedown with square. If it's not red, you have to do the web strike.
Hi, Mr. Muggins. If this is about the rent...
Mr. Parker, this call serves as your third and final warning. Eviction proceedings...
Wait! I get paid at the end of the week! I get... Ugh.
Eviction proceedings will start Friday unless full payment is received by close of business. Good day.
Yeah, good day.
Good day to beat up on enemies. Oh, ow. Well, we are about to die already. So yeah, we got a web throw 3 objects and achieve a combo of 10 or more, which is ow. So there's the perfect dodge for evading a bullet. If you're on the ground and you do it, you will shoot web at your shooter. There's a skill later on that you can get where if you perfect dodge an enemy on the ground who's shooting at you, you can immediately web strike them to take them out immediately. Which is handy if you're a ground-based fighter, but personally, I like to fight in the air, so I don't find much use for it.
Drugs are maybe my most disliked criminal activity. Definitely top 5. Or bottom 5. However that works. When MJ and I applied for this lease, I thought we'd move in together. Instead, we broke up. I can be pretty oblivious sometimes.
The references list Norman Osborn, Dr. Otto Octavius, and May Parker. Neat little tidbit there. Enough dilly-dallying. Let's get over to Feast. Spidey would be the one to hide a backpack all the way up on a clock tower.
Witness report seeing a mugging. Nearest officer, please respond. Available officers, please proceed to Koreatown.
I said enough dilly-dallying, but we've got time. That cake isn't going anywhere. You're able to check out the collectibles you've accrued over the course of the game in this collections menu.
Tried mixing up a prototype web fluid at Oscorp while Harry had his internship there. Didn't work. That place has always been bad luck for me.
Spider dive, spider dive. Doesn't need a scuba suit. This is me trying to scope out the area a little bit. This is
Someone's getting robbed.
Totally not necessary to do. Sometimes it can be fun, though.
Oh, it is on.
Use air launch move on 3 enemies. Easy. Yeah, this particular bonus objective is pretty easy for someone who likes to fight in the air. A little bit contrary to the previous bonus objective pairing. Or not the pairing, sorry. I was mixing up what I was talking about in regards to the perfect dodge with the actual bonus objectives. So that's my bad. My mistake.
Every two-bit mugger thinks he's the next Wilson Fisk. Well, they are going to jail, so...
Alright. Now, hopefully no more interruptions on our way to the Feast Center.
Now, where did I put my bag?
This is just me looking around, seeing if there's anything else I could do. Which, yes, there is one thing I can do. Check out the newspapers on the streets. This is just another type of collectible. You can check back with any of those red newspaper containers, and they'll usually have a different newspaper every time you look at them.
Mr. Lee's probably in the kitchen getting ready for the party.
What about my dog?
No problem. But always on a leash.
Hey, Peter.
Hey guys, how's the game going?
How's it look like it's going? I'm winning.
Get this guy checked for dementia, Pete. I'm crushing him.
Well, the important thing is having fun.
I have a lot of fun whooping his ass.
And your dreams, crazy lady. Want a game, Pete? We play for peanuts.
No. Too rich for my blood. I'll leave you to it.
Gotta love chess with old people.
Wish I could afford an electric wheelchair.
May kept Uncle Ben's clothes a long time. It's like he was still looking out for her.
So yeah, walking around in Feast is kind of nice. Seeing how Peter gets along with everyone.
Hi, Pete. Your aunt's in the back, I think.
Hey, Peter. What's up?
Just dropping in. Hey, Martin, so sorry I'm late.
You were right on time. Just keep her distracted while we get everything ready.
You got it. Hey, there's my favorite aunt.
Peter, what a nice surprise.
Need some help?
Yeah, sure. Oh, there are some heavy boxes.
No. I mean, not yet. I mean, I came to, I just wanted to talk.
Okay. Okay. Peter, are you in trouble? Do you need money?
No, I mean, I'm a little behind on my rent, but no, I'm fine.
Girl problems again, huh?
What? No, that's crazy.
I still wish you and MJ could work things out. She's a great girl.
She is, but...
The two of you would make some beautiful babies. Peter. What is it? Come on. You can tell me.
These past few years, you helping me through college and working here, sacrificing so much and asking for nothing. I just wish there were more people like you in the world.
He's right. 5 years ago, you walked in here and told me you were inspired by my mission to help others. Now it's you who inspires me. Thank you, May, for everything. Here's to many more years of service.
Thanks again for setting all this up.
Oh, I just wish I could do more.
Well, May's always told me if you help someone,
you help everyone. Maybe we should send May to City Hall to have a word with the mayor.
Oh, I gotta run. Thanks again for the party and everything. It really means a lot.
So when Peter's cell was actually vibrating, the controller would vibrate too. Fun little detail.
Voicemail from Yuri. Should check it outside.
Yo, Pete. That aunt of yours is a saint.
You're telling me.
So before we actually move on, let's have a look around a little bit more.
Much, but a gig's a gig.
People don't realize how many kids are homeless. 1 in 30. And too many shelters aren't equipped to care for them.
Rather live on the street than ask my parents for help.
Inspirational posters.
Gotta get out of here before my kids find out.
Peter, right? Your aunt's been showing off baby pictures. Gloria, I'm new here. Spider-Man turned me on to this place.
Oh, right. I mean, great. How do you like it?
They're good people. I might stick around for a little while.
Well, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word.
We'll be checking in with Gloria every now and then. Every time we return here.